Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Simply Stitched Crochet. My name is Christina and we are back again on another Monday evening for, what am I going to be talking about today? I have a finished object to show you. I sort of have a work in progress and shame, I do have a small, tiny baby yarn haul. And I know a couple weeks ago I just talked about how I'm not buying yarn right now. I'm shopping from my stash. Well, I came into a little extra cash in the form of a gift card, so I decided to use that to buy just a little bit of yarn. So it kind of doesn't count because it was a gift card. So it's not like I actually spent any of my own money to acquire the yarn, but needless to say, it is part of the stash now. You see her back there? Winnie. She's gonna get comfortable. Yep, she's comfortable now. She'll be fine. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the finished object first because that is what I am most excited about. Also, I'm experiencing a little back pain, so I'm not gonna stand up to show you all the whole blanket because, ooh baby, not today, I'm so sorry. Maybe, well, yeah, I don't know. If I remember next week, maybe. But I finished my corner to corner blanket where I was using the Sun and Surf, what's the name of the yarn? I have it right here actually. The Sun and Surf Cinnamon Swirl Cakes. I finished it. It's just a regular corner to corner blanket. You all know what corner to corner blankets are like. I didn't expect to finish this week or during this past week. I really kind of surprised myself. And I was gonna do a border, but to be honest, the edging on this was so straight and I didn't want to have any additional pulling on the sides. So I just decided to do tassels and I love this. It is everything I dreamed of when I first got the yarn and I knew immediately what I wanted to make. It is exactly what I hoped and dreamed it would be. It is not a large blanket. It is definitely a lap blanket, but I had it on my lap today during like work when I had my meetings and I was at my desk. I had it over my lap and I tell you I was so warm. So it's got some good weight to it and oh, it is everything I dreamed it would be. I just love it so much and it's beautiful. It's definitely giving fall vibes. The colors, oh, I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love that I went with the tassels as opposed to doing like a full border around. Even if I had done a full border, I think I would have ended up still doing tassels because the tassels just make it so nice, so luxurious, so fancy. So great style decision, design decision on my part. Good job, Christina. But yes, I love this. Ugh, I love it. I think, oh yes, I'm gonna just keep it right here with me. Again, I'm a little cold all the time, so I'm gonna just leave it right here. Okay, works in progress. I started another shawl. I started another shawl that I was not planning to start, and forewarning now, I am not going to be finishing it for a long time because it's not going to be a priority because I have other things that I want to work on this month. But I did purchase and start the Steve Shawl by Ursula at OM Granny Square. I just came across her doing a video of showing all, I guess a tutorial for the shawl. And of course I saw it, no questions asked. I went, purchased the pattern and I started it. And it's gonna take me a little bit of time. It's definitely a shawl that is, you need to and you should take your time on. I only, I think, have about 5 or 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have 8 rows. So this is all that I have so far. And right now it looks, you know, it looks a little wonky right now, but this is all that I have. The yarn I'm using is, let me be careful here. I had to make some tough decisions with this yarn, you guys. I was using this yarn for another shawl that I had messed up on, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Should I just, it wasn't a huge mistake. It was small where my stitch count was just off by a little. But once I figured out my stitch count had been off, I had a hard time finishing the shawl, and I didn't know if I wanted to frog it back, keep going. So it had just been sitting for, you know, a couple of months. So I guess over the weekend I decided I was gonna go ahead and frog it. So in order to make life easier for myself, I cut the yarn so that I didn't have to worry about tangling as I attempted to unravel it. And it was a tough decision, but it was a smarter decision because I was able to recake it without any tangles, without disturbing the integrity of the yarn, which is what's most important. The good thing about these 2-weight yarns, I must say, is when you have to, I mean, it's very rare that you ever like have to cut or that there's knots in this yarn. But I will say the couple of times with this 2-weight yarn, or I guess 2 weights, or I guess this is a 1-weight yarn, I don't have any issues with tying a new knot, you know, with the, you tie one end to one piece and then the other end and you pull, you know what I'm talking about, that knot. I have no problem. It ties super tight. I clip those ends and it works in just fine. You would not be able to tell at all. So knowing that that's what was gonna happen, while I was sad to cut it, I did cut it. That was a little tangent. The yarn I'm using is Yarn Art Flowers. This is just color 292. Where did I get this from? I don't remember off the top of my head where I got this from, but I will link where I got it from down below. And if it has this color name, I'll also include that, but for right now it's color 292. So I have 2 balls, which also it's easier to work with. I have this ball, so again, not the ideal situation, but we had to make a decision, and I'm glad I made that decision because I know trying to unravel and recake from where as far as I was in that previous shawl, it would have been a knots, tangles. And I just said, look, if I have to have one teeny tiny knot, I'll take a teeny tiny knot over many knots that I probably would have been so frustrated with. I would have ended up cutting it anyway, probably multiple times. So no regrets again. So that's a work in progress, but also not a work in progress that I'm going to be working on, that I'm going to be prioritizing, because again, I have other projects this month that I want to prioritize. My heartstrings blanket is going to be prioritized this month. I really want to get that done this month. That's actually the project I'm prioritizing. That's the only one. There is something else I may start, but I really want to get the heartstrings blanket done this month. So yes. Next thing, should we go to the yarn haul? Let's go to the yarn haul, okay? The small yarn haul. I opened it already because it's so small. We didn't need to sit and fuss with packaging. And the funny thing is, so this got delivered with UPS, not USPS, UPS. It said it was going to arrive yesterday. I checked yesterday morning to see, like, okay, generally if it's saying, oh, it's arriving this day, I can look in the morning and it'll say out for delivery, arriving by whatever time, especially with UPS. It did not say that when I checked in the morning. So I figured, okay, it's Sunday. Yes, they do deliver on Sunday, at least to me. But I figured also maybe not this Sunday, or for whatever reason, it's not gonna come to me today. So I forgot about it, came today, said, okay, now I know today it's going to arrive. Well, I was surprised because when I went to look at the tracking, it said it was delivered yesterday afternoon, early afternoon, like around noon. And I said, what? I did not get a knock, a doorbell, nothing. So I was like, okay, where was it delivered? I hope it's not sitting outside. It was in my mailbox, safe and sound. So that was a nice little surprise. Got to go do that on my lunch break today. Pick up my yarn. And so, yes, let's start with what I have the most of. Again, this is a very small haul, 3 types of yarn. I have 6 balls total, nothing crazy. So the first thing I got was new cinnamon swirl cake. This is the color Black Licorice. It's beautiful, black, gray. This color, it's almost like, it kind of looks a little blue in my lighting, but I'm pretty sure it's just another shade of gray. You see this color right here? Doesn't it look have a little like blue tinge to it? Quick rundown of these specs: medium 4-weight yarn, recommended hook size 5mm. You get 407 yards, 8 ounces, 227 grams. I mean, I love this. This is my aesthetic. Black, gray, white, neutral, love it. I don't have any immediate plans for this. Honestly, after making this blanket, I'm like, shoot, maybe I need to go buy, 2 more balls so I can make another blanket. That's just like this one. So I got 3 of those. Then I got 2 of the new macchiato cakes. And I tell you guys, I did not know if I wanted to try this yarn. It's one of the new yarns that came out because while I'd heard so many positive reviews, I also knew what kind of yarn this was, how it was gonna be. I'm not the biggest fan of the roving yarn because of the unevenness where it goes thick to thin. Sometimes when you get in the middle, it's those really thin pieces and then you get like a big thick chunk. I really don't like that. I knew how it was gonna feel. I'm also not the biggest fan of wool in my yarns, but I said, I wanna try it. I wanna try it out. So when this arrived, I wasn't surprised by how it felt. It is soft. I'd say very soft. Some people have said it's not that soft, but to me, this is really soft. I also only got 2 balls, so this will probably be a shawl of some sort, maybe a poncho. I've never made a poncho, but I said, why not try it? I loved this color. This is the color Bewitched. It has like purples and pinks, orange, maybe even like I can't tell if it's like a black or maybe a dark brown color maybe even in there, but the main colors are purple, pink, orange. I think it's pretty. Just not my preferred type of yarn. Like even here I'm seeing like a thick piece and a thin piece. Not my favorite, but this will be something beautiful. I kind of actually want to work up something with these fairly quickly, so maybe this will be my side project of some sort that I work on when I need a break from my heartstrings blanket. So I already told you all the name. This is the color Bewitched. This is a 5 bulky weight yarn. It recommends a 6mm hook, 80% acrylic, 20% wool, 8 ounce cake, 227 grams, 481 yards. That sounds like, 407 yards, okay. I was like, why did that sound like those are the exact same specs as the other one I just did? But yeah, I mean, I like it. Well, like I like how it feels. We'll see, maybe this one will be different. But I think that is the whole, how roving yarn works, is the difference in thickness as you work through the yarn, which no, I'm not looking forward to it, but you never know. Maybe this one will be a little more consistent. Maybe. Feels nice. Definitely a shawl, I think. Maybe a scarf. I think if I did a scarf, I could make 2 things, but I'd probably rather have 1 big shawl versus like 2 small things. So That is Karen Macchiato Cake. Karen Macchiato Cake. The last single ball I got is I got a Karen Latte Cake. This is the color Cream. I mean, I just love this yarn. And I just got one because I remember, and I actually might, I have a little bit left on that gift card, so I might wait until there's another. Also got all these yarn for 30% off. Side tangent again. I'm all over the place on this Monday. Maybe I should drink some water. That's good. But I just bought one of these because I love this yarn. I actually, did I grab this? No. I said maybe I grabbed this to get to the free shipping? I don't think so. I mean, it's beautiful. I actually might get another one of these. I know I have at least 2 or 3 somewhere in a closet somewhere. I might grab one more because I do have a little bit left on that gift card. So maybe when there's another 30% off and this goes down to like $8 or $9 again, I will grab another one so I have an even number of these. But just a Karen Latte Cake in the color Cream. Oh, I think latte cakes might be in my top 3 favorite yarns. I would love to do a my favorite yarns video, but we might be there all day because I'm gonna really go through my stash, dig around, and I'd probably find yarns. I'm like, oh yeah, I loved that yarn. Oh yes, I loved that yarn too. And then I'd say, you know, all the yarns are my favorite yarn. But maybe one day I'd say my top 5, maybe like for this year or something. These are how I feel this year. We could do it again next year and might be 5 totally different yarns, but I definitely love the latte cake. I need to make another shawl with the latte cake again soon because maybe I should just go figure out where my other cream colored latte cakes are, because that would be so beautiful. An all cream shawl that I could just wrap around myself and luxuriate. It's Monday. Luxuriate. I'm not gonna keep trying. Well, that is all I have for you all today. Nothing too much. We had a finished object. You guys, honestly, everyone, go make you a corner-to-corner blanket. This is, I might need to start another one. This was good. I was not that far on this blanket when I showed it to you all last week. I think I was just starting the second cake. And yes, I used 4 cakes, just a little bit of the 5th one to wrap up the last couple rows. And then I used the rest to make tassels. So really, yeah, 5 balls to be safe. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a good evening. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Let everybody know what we're doing over here at Simply Stitch Crochet. Talk to you all next week. Bye.